And hello everybody, this is Cassidy here with the Bad Game Hall of Fame presenting Ju-On, the Grudge for Nintendo Wii in celebration of the October Halloween festivities. This is the world's premiere, maybe the world's one and only haunted house simulator, unless you count Haunted House on the Atari 2600. Let's not count that. Let's say that this is the one and only, and that's the one and only for probably some good reasons. It's based on the film franchise, as you might well be aware of, you may have heard of. I think it's spawned something like 100 sequels, and I think it's crossed over with The Ring at this point. I think there's like some monster mashup, hence why we're playing some spooky monster mash related music by one Bobby Boris Pickett, he of Monster Mash fame. And yes, developed by Feel Plus Inc., published by Xseed, who I think Xseed, aren't they the ones who do all those anime girl boob games these days? I think they're in charge of publishing those in perpetuity for the rest of time. But before that, we had Ju-On. And we're just gonna hop into it in just a moment as I get my Wii set up, and by Wii I mean my Dolphin emulator, which I think is probably going to do us a fair bit better than trying to play some real hardware, which I couldn't even stream out if I wanted to yet, maybe in the future. But I do have two Wiimotes set up here for a very special, particular reason. And it is now loading. Yeah, let's cut this music and go right into the good stuff now. Any moment now, we will get our game capture. It'll actually show up on stream. It'll be a short stream if we can't. I did test this in advance. I know for a fact this will work. God, I hope it'll work. Yeah, let's try relaunching that. Because OBS is not a fan of the Dolphin emulator, unfortunately. So it's good we're getting the hiccups out of the way right now. That'll be my... That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to say that as soon as we get this taken care of, we're going to have no issues going forward. In the meantime, by the way, feel free to ask me any questions about this particular game. If anyone has anything they would like to know, I'll do my best to answer. I have not seen any of the films, so that I cannot answer quite as well. But I do have a little interesting factoid about the European release of this game, and a certain box quote they put on it. I tweeted about the other day, and as I was doing my research for this particular game, and they have a box quote from this guy who basically like puts over the game as being like, you know, incredibly charming, you know, one of the best, instant classic. Haven't even played it yet. And it turns out to be a producer of the game, which is just a great look as far as I'm concerned. I think that's... Hey, there we go! See, I knew we'd get there. Just gotta have some faith. It only took me restarting my entire setup. And now we can let this opening FMV play, which I do believe they shot on location in the actual set used for the Ju-On the Grudge movies. Also, I have a self-imposed challenge because I'm very boisterous about not getting scared by horror games. It's a claim I will make from time to time, so we'll see if this game does anything for me. If it can catch me off guard, I will give it credit. I will give it at least 1 point on my rating scale. This is like a hoarder's house, is all I can think of watching this. Somehow I don't believe this is the original actress who plays, what's her name? Samara's the Ring. Who's the Grudge? Kayako? I believe. Also, let me know if my audio levels are okay. That's something I'm constantly curious about, if I'm not quite loud enough. We do have a completed save here, just in case we get stuck or if we can't find all the unlockable items in the game, all the items you need to discover in order to unlock the final scenario. There are 5 levels in this game. We'll play them all. Play through them all, but let's start a new game for the time being, so those items actually surface in the levels. Like that. I am a Scorpio. In case you're wondering what this all amounts to. Oh, are we getting an audio issue? Nope, I've seen one person saying, "Are you not talking?" And another person saying the audio levels are good, so I do not know what to make of that. Apparently one person can hear me, one person cannot. So, curiouser and curiouser as we get into the game proper. And I see my mic getting picked up, so I'm just going to assume we're totally fine right now. So, in case you're wondering what the gender select and zodiac sign indicate, you know what? Let's leave it a surprise. We'll see soon enough. And we'll get these little cutscenes before every mission that sort of set up a context for us, what we're doing, who we're playing as. I haven't played this game through, so this should be fresh. These jump scares should be as jumpy as ever. I've played this first level, and that's about it, so I'm hoping to get this done in under 2 hours. Long plays of this game that go for 100% completion seem to be under about an hour and a half, so hopefully we can chalk in something around that time. It's a cute dog. Oh, that Ivy running off like that. I wonder what she saw. This factory looks like it hasn't been used in forever. Well, she's not coming back, or... Well, I missed my chance. I missed my shot. Alright, I'm gonna have to stand up for this too, because motion tracking, I feel like it's more proper if I stand up with my Wiimote, which we are playing with the Wiimote. I do have that set up. This is proper sensor bar. Well, that's probably not good. Relax, kid. Any second now. We are now in control. Alright, so this game takes one Wiimote, no nunchuck necessary. Look around with the Wiimote, obviously, you point where you want to look. And to move forward, you might think maybe up on the D-pad. Nothing. It's the B trigger. And this is as fast as you move. There is no sprint button in this game, folks. So... off to a rip-roaring start, so expect a lot of that over the course of the next hour and a half. So this predates a lot of the Unity, Slender-type games. A lot of the flashlight hunting games. We'll be collecting pieces of notes, or pieces of paper that accumulate into a total note, so it predates a whole notes collecting system from Slender. We'll be collecting batteries. If our batteries deplete, we will have our life depleted. Oh, my second Wiimote disconnected. That's a shame. I know the location of one such secret piece of paper. I think I actually know the rest of them for this level. I know some of them get really obtuse, like flushing all the toilets in a men's bathroom in order to make the item you need sort of appear. So I don't know if we'll necessarily be able to commit to all of those. You know, this is a 2009 game. Oh, you little vandal. You little rascal. He's off to go jump on his bed, I'm sure. You know, you think this person being as scared as they are, as easily set off as they are by the ambiance here, you think they'd have like a little more pep in their step? A little more spring in their step? A little more spring in their saunter? was gonna say, this game looks pretty good for a Wii game. Not known as a graphical powerhouse, that system. So, you know, it does a decent job building up its sort of ambiance and atmosphere with its dark tones and... Oh, okay, yep. So those arrows that appear on screen, you have to hit all those, you have to motion towards them, and that will, in fact, pass these QTEs. You fail a QTE, and needless to say, you die, you get grabbed by the ghoulies. I do think the audio design in this game isn't terrible. There's something to it. There's something to a lot of the design of this game, I will say. Toasty! That's my one pre-planned joke for the stream. It's all downhill from there. It's all going to be riffing past that. And... I also stole that joke from my roommate as they saw me demoing this level, making sure it would actually play. Oh, it's just going to be a whole lot of that, isn't it? Two hours of scares like that, folks. If, you know, I don't blame you. I'm not making fun of you if those sort of catch you off guard if you have a disposition. I think we just missed a scare. There's something that's supposed to scare us, but it kind of didn't appear. Oh, I guess the sign blew over. That's a problem when your jump scares aren't necessarily in frame. It kind of leaves you wondering. I think there's a head in that for a second, which that's almost like a kind of subtle little scare. I think that's kind of cool. Makes you wonder if you saw it or not. Oh, I think there may be another. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so to collect all these pieces in every level, I think there's about like 4 or 6 in every given level. Collecting those is what you need to do to unlock the final level of the game, the 5th and final level. Otherwise, you're just getting 4, and you're getting about an hour's worth of gameplay. And with all of these jump scares sort of predetermined, that doesn't really leave much replay value. I know we're just coming off of the RetroPal stream, as we're streaming this live right now. And, you know, those House of the Dead games with their multiple routes and multiple different endings and incentives to sort of replay. There's not really any of that in this, and I feel like that's a major sort of sticking point a lot of critics have. This game, critically savage. No one really got up to bat for this game. I don't even think Grudge superfans necessarily came out of the woodwork, came out of the cupboards they were hiding inside of to say, like, oh, it's an underrated gem. All you critics was the sticks up your butts and not appreciating this true cinematic horror experience. This haunted house simulator. Actually, I've had friends who have run haunted houses. So I have a little bit of knowledge of how the sausage gets made in haunted houses. And I would say, if this was a haunted house, if this was a genuine haunted house, I'd probably go there. That'd be a little more like effective if it actually grabbed me, if they got me by the nose and said, "Hey, got your nose" or something. But swing and a miss. So we're ostensibly looking for a dog here, and okay. So I haven't seen the Ju-on movies. I know that the basic plot is that there's this trio of ghosts. I think maybe a quad of ghosts. One of them is a mother, one of them is the child of said mother, and one of them is a cat. I think it might also be the husband in the family. I could be completely and entirely wrong about that. But the general premise seems to be that the husband was kind of an asshole, killed his entire family, and now anyone who is unfortunate enough to wander into their house, to cross paths with that vacant house, is pretty much doomed to die a horrible death. And they are chased by the apparitions no matter where they go. Even if they leave the house, they can't get away from them. I think it's a little boy right there, as a matter of fact. I had a little pivot he did there. Now, I could walk around all the way over there. In fact, I think I have to. No, wait, no, I don't. So I'm going to save us some time and just tell you that they took a switch off of that power grid, where they mess with the electricity in some capacity. So what we have to do is go this way to find the missing components, and we'll quickly turn that machine on. See, I imagine later levels will have a lot of wasted time just spent wondering where the game really wants you to go, having to explore every nook and cranny of these rooms, having to check every untapped hallway until we get what we need to proceed. Is it like someone knocking on the door, or... I'm never entirely sure what okay, I get it. It's the ceiling lights are strung up poorly. The construction here is shoddy. One of these has what I'm looking for, which I think is the last piece of paper, or what have you. Well, it's definitely not that one. It's definitely not that drawer. Frenda in the chat asked, is there a quick turn? No, there is not. There is nothing quick about this game, including quick turns. You can walk backwards, which I think is exactly the same speed as moving forwards, so... The best you can do is sort of do a pivot, if you can sort of get the momentum started by walking backwards and then turn around, spin on a foot. So there we are. That power switch should enable us to get the power back running, and we can get to walk up those stairs again after walking up and down them already. I should also say, feel free to ask questions about any bad video games. It doesn't necessarily need to be about this game, because I wonder how much we'll really have to say about this. I do intend to finish this. Wait, hold on. Sorry guys, I gotta take this real quick. Yeah, it's my mom. She's coming down for the weekend, and she's just making sure we have our time slots lined up. I think that croaking noise is supposed to be symbolic, or something for how the mother was killed, choked to death, or had her neck broken, or... Again, I've absorbed these movies entirely through osmosis, so none of this is firsthand. I think I've seen some YouTube clips. That's another battery, I don't think we need it. As long as we install this here. Alright, beautiful thing. I should also mention that people complain about the controls in this game, not just the fact that they're slow as molasses and that you're walking forward by holding a trigger down, but also the fact that as soon as you get off screen, it takes like a while to recover and get it recalibrated, get the Wiimotes sort of function as a point and move apparatus again to steer you in the proper directions. It gets you where you want to go. I will say, the lighting in this game, not bad. For all these levels, admittedly, only having one dynamic light source in your flashlight and everything else being pitch dark, they did their one dynamic light pretty reasonably well. So, credit where credit's due. Hello! Well, I think we're just going to slowly back away here. That was some awesome piano score, by the way. So we'll just go in this direction, then. I'm sure that she's right behind us, so we better move in this direction. No? Oh, you sneaky little devil, you. And so now surely she's behind me this time, and... No, of course not. Well, I'm sure we're going to have no more problems. I'm sure they got it out of their system, and they're just going to let us go merrily on our way now. And I'm sure we'll find our dog at some point, which is ostensibly what we're here for. Ah, convenient. A little editing. Who's a good girl? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Who's a good girl? And, of course, naturally, I expect nothing more, nothing less in this game. Oh! That sucks. Is there some database that tracks if, like, dogs die in movies or games, in given movies or games? If so, if there is, if I'm not hallucinating that, someone should update that, make sure that they include this game. Okay, so here is what the gender select and a Zodiac are for. It literally just uses it to customize it making fun of you on the screen here, with our scare level and our sissy level. Apparently the way to improve your scores here is to react very quickly, the QTEs, and to sort of speed through the levels, but I don't think I've ever seen or heard of anyone getting anything better than just this. I think it might actually be impossible or broken in some way, because that seems to be the implication I got from reading stuff online. We're moving swiftly along, though. Right into the second level, into the abandoned hospital. As, you know, classical horror setting as any. Exorcist 3, nurse station scene, maybe one of the best scenes in horror movie history, maybe one of the most effective jump scares ever set up on film. I do consider myself something of a film fan, of a horror movie fan, for as trashy as they all are at this stage of the game. I don't like the gory stuff. I like the psychological stuff. I should specify that. That said, I will also watch Dead Meat on YouTube religiously. I will watch anything James A. Janice points out. And this is the uncharted territory for me. This begins now. So, this should be fresh. You know, that first level, I don't think I gave those scares a fair shot because I knew they were coming for the most part, but from here on out, it's gonna have all the opportunities in the world to spook my guts off. And of course, our character who's in a hospital, remember to bring their own flashlight just in the event that the entire hospital's power would go out and all the staff would disappear. Should I bother reading those text screens? There's no dialogue, no spoken dialogue in this game, so that's as much as you get. All sorts of noises going on here. I'm sure we're just going to see all the hospital staff here. Oh, I bet he's not going to be there when I turn around. Where could he have gone? I just foresee a lot of scares like that in this game, which is to say not very effective scares. Was that like one of these glass cabinets, or? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. So we're just grabbing whole flashlights now. Or, sure, just call it a spare battery, I guess. That's... I mean, there's a battery inside it. I just imagine, like, having, like, a bullet belt with just, like, flashlights strapped onto it. Okay, so I'm guessing this is sort of telling us where we need to go. We'll head to room 301. And, I didn't do my usual level of research for this game, admittedly. So I'm going to ask, in the research I did do, is this a game that the PewDiePie guy has played? Is this one of his spooky games that he's played? I feel like it is. I feel like I got a lot of PewDiePie results in trying to like find out stuff about this game. I have nothing good on. Oh, hello. I just imagine them just like, get out of my room, pulling the covers over themselves. Don't want to interact with me right now. Is that all we came in here for? Is there like something we'll have to pick up. Anything? Anything at all? Can I examine the bed? Is there something in the trash can? Nothing? Maybe we'll just leave the TV on. Maybe that'll... I think I heard the TV turn off as I walked away too, so that's just great. That's... Are there bathrooms here? And let's walk into the ladies. No, who knows? Maybe I have to go. You know, I think they would have closed the door. Like, they seem mad at us for intruding, but, I mean, they're the one who, like, walked out. They're the one who was basically inviting the world to see that. Make sure they flushed. Eyes are clean. I was expecting this, like, a severed head or, like, a Silent Hill toilet that's just all this, like, gross and brown and dingy. And, of course, no reflections, so that way they don't need to make any character models for the player characters here. Oh, we'll probably need these. I'll read some messages from chat in the meanwhile. Von pointing out, I think it doesn't do the scary any good when it looks like you can't die and just collect things. I can tell you that if you do fail QTEs, you do die. This much I know. But I also think a conceit in these series of movies is that everyone dies. I think like there's no escape basically from the Reaper in these movies, which doesn't seem like a super compelling hook to me. That there's like no chance for survival, as the case may be. That you just know every character you meet is going to die. And I wonder if that'll carry into the game, or if maybe collecting every item will prevent such a cruel fate from happening. 305, 306. Other side of the hall. Let's see here. BMF 54123 writes, yeah, there needs to be an element of danger for something actually to scare me in a game. Ah, what are you talking about? That's poppycock. Danger, who needs it? Alright, camera taking over. Are these places supposed to mean anything to me? Or places we'll visit, maybe? I recognize one of those was the house, was the infamous house. At least I'm pretty sure it was. Again, could be completely and entirely off. Now, you see, what's scary about that is that usually you put your arm in the vending machine to get the drink, but this one, the hands come out and try to grab you. Want to see if it would rerun anything? Ah, boy. I could chase them, but I'd rather just go to the rooms that have been occupied. Yeah, probably wants us to go in this one, huh? That's what's building up to here. Oh, God. It took me like three tries to open that door. Another thing I noticed that it's very particular. Oh, kitty, 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 kitty. Please don't be a hellcat. Just be a cute, good cat. Can anyone tell me why the boy meows instead of the cat? Can anyone spoil that detail of the movie for me? Because that just seems especially goofy to me. I didn't even turn that TV off. Oh! There we go. Piece of paper. kid's drawing. So I'm sure our mission here is to piece that all back together. And that was just the curtain closing behind me. I'm going to assume that's all we need to do in this room. I'm assuming we can just walk out now. And that's 306 conveniently across the hall, so we'll do our due diligence, check this room out as well. Let's see what time it is. This is like match my system clock or something clever like that. No, it's just textured on. It's permanently one. Here's what I give away. They don't know how to read analog clocks. 1:25, give or take a minute. That's embarrassing. I revealed earlier on Twitter today, if you that I messed up the time for the stream at least like 3 or 4 times in trying to announce it. Let's see. Because I feel like that wasn't all we were meant to do in here. So check these corners, turn these. See, what's scary about that is that the TV is watching us, and usually you watch the TV, so it's role reversal, it's subverting expectations. But yeah, I realize that I'm not great with numbers, that I might be partially... the word isn't dyslexic, dyscalculic, or Alex of the Retro Pals, he sort of clued me in earlier today as to what the word for that might be. It's a dyslexia with numbers, and I've already forgotten what the word for it is, but dyscalculia. Thank you. Like, I walked in here because I saw the door shake, rattle, and roll again. What we really need is a battery right now. I'm just gonna assume that was a shaky door for scary effect. Oh, yeah, come on. Oh, wait. Oh, for God's sake. Well, that's losing tracking. That's losing track of the Wiimote. But we do get another flashlight here. I think it's also like a fire alarm going off. Is that this machine right here? Can I turn that off? I don't think I had anything to do with turning it off, but it did turn off, so our ears are spared. Got that phone ringing again. Peekaboo! Oh, I should mention, I mentioned earlier we have the second Wiimote plugged in. Before we pick up this call, I should probably point out what this does. So I have my second Wiimote in hand. This isn't a 2-player game. There's nothing about it on the box being a 2-player game. But supposedly, when you press a button on the Wiimote, yes, there we go, you get a random scare effect. And I think it's on a cooldown, so if you do have a second player, they could potentially mess around with you by invoking extra scares when you least expect it. So maybe I'll just sporadically press that button every now and again. The prank phone call. Oh! Little boy running around again. I guess we gotta try to keep eyes on him, or get us. Okay, sure. Gotta say, again, not particularly scared by that, so maybe it's just me. Maybe this is working for somebody. If this is working for anything, for anybody here, please let me know. Because, I mean, I don't mean to be dismissive, it's just not scary for me. Statistically, this has to be someone's favorite video game, so... Alright, so obviously open this up. Get jump scared again. No! Just a cute cat? Oh, that's adorable. They didn't try to bite me or anything. They didn't try to, I'm assuming the cat's like a force for good. I'm assuming the cat is the protagonist of the movies. Can't flush these toilets. Bullshit. There he goes. Yeah, so probably safe assumption that we're just meant to follow him. Don't you slam the door on me, young man. Again. This is not the exact same animation we just saw, like, a minute ago. The same minigame. Sure. There we go. Maybe I need to take another step back to sort of keep the Wiimote within the window. Dog IRL posts, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. Up or down, up or down. Which way does the wind blow for us today? Let's go up. Well, there's a flashlight for us here at the very least. Beautiful thing. Are we just like taking the batteries out of these flashlights and tossing them to the ground? Locked door. Okay, so I guess we're meant to go down. I guess that's just a bonus area if you need a little extra flashlight juice. This is beginning to feel like the Final Fantasy VII staircase sequence. Just literally just like dragging it out intentionally just to pad out. Just to make a joke of how long this takes. Are we gonna have to explore like every floor here? Are we gonna open this door, for example, and get a tour of the second floor? No? Alright, well. It's one way to lock us out. Dog IRL asks, is it game over if you run out of flashlight? Yes, this much I can confirm. So we do want to put a little light in our hearts. Okay, I get it. I'm not going that one. Here's a question for chat. Let's get some viewer engagement going on. Tell me your favorite horror games that spooked your guts off in the chat, if you're so interested, or don't. It's not going to affect the game either way. I don't think this game has Twitch integration. I think it came out slightly before that was a thing in video games. Seen some Eternal Darknesses in the chat. Always a popular choice, I know. We're clearly not going... I guess we're not going anywhere here. Okay. Okay, I see how this is going to play out now. That is an appropriately gross noise, which I appreciate. Nice little slippery, wet noise. Eternal Darkness. Silent Hill and Eternal Darkness. Sweet Home. Sweet Home is awesome. I think it is, you know, it's more than just the game that inspired Resident Evil. It has some really cool mechanics to it. So we don't just talk about bad games on the stream, just games I like. FEAR, Fear. Good choice as any. I don't know if I'm necessarily ever scared by that game, except for how bad Fear Combat, the multiplayer component, was as a standalone thing. But, great game, obviously. Not going to hear me detract from the campaign in that game. So I know there's someone in that casket there, and we can't open it up, so... Let's try the other caskets, maybe... Maybe there'll be a note in one of these. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, we got the key, so I'm assuming that's what we came here for in the first place. And now we get to walk all the way back down this hallway. Unless maybe like a cool, like another QTE happens and that somehow makes us run across the hallway. God, I just can't believe that I can't get over the fact there's not a run button in this game. I mean, that's brutal. I wonder if it's just like a pacing thing where they worried that if they couldn't maintain or control the speed to make you walk at this pace, they couldn't properly gauge or pace out their scares or what have you. Now that's a spooky one right there. Oh. Open the door. Oh no, who put this here? It's not like we saw this get in the way like a second ago. Hello. Sorry, only room for one on the staircase. Let's see what happens if we open the door. I want like a Resident Evil 1 dog scare where you try to exit the mansion and there's just a dog that gets in and attacks you in the foyer. No. Hey, to put the table back though. So that was a rooftop key, right? So I guess we are going back up to the top floor. Hello! Man, when you just see them standing there, when you just get like a chance to look at them. Oh, it's another horror movie where there's like it's like a grandfather is mourning the death of his grandson, or father mourning the death of his son, and there's like a scare in the movie where he tosses like a ball off a bridge as like, you know, the last remaining thing. I pressed A on my other Wiimote, by the way, and that's why we're dealing with this swarm of locusts. Someone's got to know what classic horror movie I'm talking about, right? And the ball comes bouncing down the stairs. I'm sure movies have parodied that too. Alright, so we're just looking at this. Is anything going to happen here? Ah, okay, I see. It's like the tentacles in Half-Life 2. We're going to have to... Yep, sure enough. I'm going to move in time with the character in game. Doing my little shuffle right now. A football huddle. I think that whacked me right in the face. We're fine though. Honorable mention to Aversion, says Codeman38. I am not familiar with that game at all, as a matter of fact. Something I will look into, as I am a fan of these horror games. Fun with PS1 Clock Tower, yes, absolutely. I think that game, as cheesy as it is, as A+ as the voice acting is, you know, House of the Dead 2, Resident Evil 1 quality. Still has some effective tension. Clock Tower 2, though, The Struggle Within. Article up on that, by the way, on the BadGameHallOfFame.com website. I have written extensively about it. Animated GIFs galore. Not quite as scary, not quite as good, not quite as worth going out of your way to play. Sort of ruined Clock Tower for me. Oh, is that a buddy? Well, Well, couldn't do anything to stop that. And another person about to jump. Oh, I know where this is going now. We're gonna get knocked off the roof, right? Before that happens, let's get one more scare. Let's get one more Wiimote scare in. No, this is a JPEG. Just running across the screen. This is a PNG. Oh man! All right. Well, didn't necessarily spook my guts off. I did almost die laughing there for a second. So, just as good. happens to the poor trolley? What happens to that table? Hello. He didn't even push us. Oh, now he's gonna push us. Okay. Oh, this music is so tense. Well, I'm sure that's the end of that, and we're not going to get jump scared again. I mean, that would just be gratuitous. Wow, how did I see this coming? Alright, can we dodge this one? No? Are we just going to die? Great. Is that a game over? Did we fuck something up, or...? Nope, just mission complete. That's how that was supposed to happen. Entirely according to plan. Oh boy. Alright. Wow, was the game really that scary for you? Aren't Scorpios usually more enigmatic? It was obvious from your screams what you were feeling. Well, I don't have the Wii Speak plugged in, for one. And for two, I think that was just a laughing, wheezing fit. I know it's easy to get the two confused game, but... boy. Looks like we didn't quite get all the pieces. I'm sure I missed a few there. So yeah, we probably will have to rely on our existing save. Fun. That sure is a Wii era model. Yes, it is. The atmospheres, the textures, the environments in this game, not half bad. Character models maybe could have used a little more time in the oven. That Kayla person says, looks like the Grudge Girl is falling for you. I'll give a thumbs up to that. Also, continuous noise saying, damn Catboy's knocking everything over. So, are we delivering mail? Man, I thought my apartment complex was a dump. Damn, talk about a long day. I doubt I'll be able to make it to the hospital to see Mom. Oh! Wow, talk about a wasteland. Only thing missing is zombies. Whatever, let's get this over with. Nothing bad is gonna happen to this dude. Nothing bad's gonna happen to Ken here. I just believe in his safe passage, his passage, and he'll get to see his mom in the hospital. I'm assuming that we had just played as his mother in the hospital. I'm assuming that all these characters are connected in some such way. Oh my god, can you walk any slower down these stairs, dude? I don't even know if it's just possible to walk this slowly downstairs. If only there was a railing to slide down. Can I get past this? Nope, just an impassable barrier. Alright. Little playground area over there. Should we even bother looking behind me? Oh, well. That's going to get in the way of the commute. And big old padlock on there. So I'm assuming where we deliver the package to will probably have a key. Is that how this is going to go? Is that the point A to point B of this? Oh, sweet little tune. Must be the wind. Not ready to chalk that up to demonic entities or ghouls or any of that stuff just yet. You know, this could just be like a windy day. That's what knocked over all those beams. That's what made this ball bounce. I'm just assuming that, you know, we're completely safe here. That Ken won't have to deal with any bullshit. And again, the wind just knocked that out of the sky. It fell from the clouds. Nope. Nothing unusual or paranormal going around here. That Kayla person asks, what kid is sucking on a battery and leaves on the playground? Yeah, I know. When I suck my batteries at the playground, I make sure to take them with me. I mean, I'm bringing my batteries there. I'm bringing them home with me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say these apartment complexes seem pretty derelict. I don't necessarily know if we necessarily need to deliver this mail. I think we can just sort of go back to our truck and write this whole delivery off. Oh, we do have this, though. Can I interact with this in any way? Alright, great. Literally no purpose to that. It is amazing how quickly these batteries are depleting, by the way. I don't know if that's just... if these are, like, you know, very, like, lightly charged batteries to begin with, or... if this is just, like, the least economical model of flashlight ever designed, ever developed by humans. Up and at 'em. Because it was 303 on the package, right? Or 302, 301, something 3. I'm assuming it's floor 3 and building 3. Check over here. I'm assuming we're probably not delivering to this over here. Okay. Oh, but the cutscene's taking over, so yes, this must be the right place. Whoop Von Whoop says, worry more about tetanus than ghosts. I'd be inclined to agree in this case. I feel like I would just get cut open touching anything in here. You know, I was half expecting to see, like, this a normal person open up the door and be like, come in! I have some tea for you. It's a kindly old lady. Yeah, I know the aesthetics of this apartment complex aren't great, but, you know, the control rent is to die for. Okay, this is a PSA, everybody. Do not put batteries in the microwave. Microwaves are strictly for food and for CDs. I think you can actually blow up a battery, though. There used to be this YouTube channel back in the day, and I wonder if they ever came back or ever kept the shtick up. They would just microwave random things, and I feel like it was a precursor to, like, Pneumonic Press channel and Water Jet channel and all these other channels that just destroy things with industrial equipment. We pick up these knives. Are we going to defend ourselves? Can we turn this light on? No. Oh! Caught that in the corner of my eye. Oh, my controller is vibrating, which is never a good sign. Oh no, I didn't notice the package was bloody before. Drop the package. Thank you, dude. Was that supposed to be her coming out of the box or coming out of the floor? Because I just saw her clipping straight through the floor there. Just stand up, dude. Like, if she's gonna crawl around, it's on you to stand up and just walk out of there. Thank you. And, yep, okay, so we're not even going back in there. Can't even tempt fate. Can't even try. Well, you know, we did deliver the package. I don't think we got a signature for it, but I think it's just implicit at that point. Maybe they wrote in blood. Who knows? We're good. We out. We're just gonna walk out. Oh, hello. Need help there? Oh, maybe check the box for no, a stack of newspapers. Or ring the doorbell. No, that was just another attempt at a jump scare. Okay. I am hearing the croaking sound some more, and I don't know how well that picks up. It's pretty low, but Are there some people here? Oh, those are ghost people. Before we go, we should probably check the mail again. See if anyone else delivered anything. See if there's conflicting... Can we see that again? No. It's just a piece of paper this time. Third time's the charm. No. That's a damn shame. That was so goofy. Oh, they're gone. Was the doll... Alright, this game has officially crossed over into Laugh Riot territory. I love this. It's just unrepentantly goofy now. Wind picked up, clearly. High fives! High fives for everybody! Low fives, more like. I think they were trying to grab their battery back. Well, it's mine now. You missed, so finders keepers. What is with this head bullshit? I'm gonna run out of battery just laughing at this shit, just stopping and staring at this stuff. My Wiimote disconnected again, so I think that's a good cue to... Oh no, it doesn't want to detect my Wiimote anymore? Hold on. I gotta do this on the fly. I wanna hit the sync button on this second Wiimote again. Oh, come on now. Pick it up, Dolphin. Alright, I see the Windows notification. Perfect. Alright. I think we can celebrate that with another awesome scare on command. 3, 2, 1. Okay, kind of with the faces. It's a theme, clearly. I think the rumble in the second Wiimote indicates when I can do another jump scare, so I'm going to get you when you least expect it. On this item screen. No, okay. Gotta do all the games actually in motion, it looks like. Yeah, I don't really know if like a second player would really get much out of doing this. It's about just random jump scares. I wish there was another open one so we can get another mailbox scare. Alright, that's locked up, but since it's not boarded up, I'm assuming we're going to get a key going there. Video Game King asked, just in the stream a couple minutes ago, is there any context for these events, or is it a game where you just wander around a park at night and random shit happens? I'm leaning more towards the latter. I think there's triggers and level, but if you do have a second Wiimote handy, you can create some new scares, like this. I can't see anything. Ah, it didn't last long. Well, sure enough, there's the key. So we didn't have to search long for that one at all. There's no crouch button, unfortunately, because I would love to see what's further in there. Well, nothing to it. Okay, we gotta keep walking to get this to keep going. That's a nice little morale right there, or mural. It's mural, right? I got the pronunciation on that right the second time around, at least. Muriel. Okay. BMF 4123 or BMF 54123. I apologize. I'm not good with numbers, as I alluded to earlier in the stream. Oh, we're not walking out of this room. Let's see here. Okay, you know what was really scary to me as a kid? Wandering around the overworld in Dragon Warrior whenever an enemy encounter happened. That's the original jump scares, random encounters in RPGs. I'd love to answer the door, but it's a little tied up at the moment. I'll think myself something to eat. Maybe not something to drink, though. I'm coming! Just give me a minute. I gotta find some scissors to cut the hair. I asked the landlord to fix this last week, but... Oh, locked in place. So are they right behind us right now? Are we gonna turn around and look? We're gonna hide in the cupboard? This isn't gonna work. This never works. As this dude never seen Halloween before. Oh, this is new. Maybe she's not gonna notice us? Oh, come on. She's looking right at us right now. Oh. My hand isn't trembling or anything. It's just, you know, Wiimote. You know how it is. Okay, we did good enough. Great. I'm surprised he didn't make noise before. The mom's gone now, so... I don't know what the big panic here is. I think I could take that kid in a fight. Alright, awesome. Can we just walk right back in? No, the incline is too steep. It's... What a shame. The kid just wants to play. This is kid at heart. Mm-hmm. Is this a freezer? This is what a freezer, like what community freezers looks like, right? But I'm hearing flame sounds, so... I don't think I would trust the ice in there. Oh, I can see why they tossed this doll away. I mean, these do not look built to last. These look pretty flimsy. Audition, 1999. Wait, hold on, what happened? I looked away at just the wrong time. Aw, man. I think it, like, stretched out. Maybe it was a person inside standing up. People inform me that is an incinerator, which I imagine it. Well, yeah, that would make sense. Okay, there's an interaction prompt for this, so I want to, but it's not working. Oh, there we go. Awesome, I'm sitting down at this point. Oh yeah, diary fragments. Or like a piece of paper to find. We only found the other one in the sound deck. We found the complete set. That's a shame. Alright, getting ready for another jump scare. Nothing to be scared of, dude. She's behind some invisible wall, clearly. Or glass, probably. Alright. We're just gonna stop running? Dude, you're running because you're getting chased. Yeah, what do you expect, dude, when you turn around? Oh, I can't stop to laugh now. That was a really bad landing. She really fucked up the dismount on that. Why do these people stop running as soon as they get like 2 feet away and then just turn around? He's gonna turn around again and get killed. Duh. No pity for this man. Well, we did it. Perfect. All who are touched by this curse will die, and with their death shall a new course be born. That's cheery. Optimistic outlook on things. Yeah, it looks like we didn't get all the pieces of paper there either. Luckily, as I said, I do have a 100% save, so even if we have not necessarily 100% of these levels, we will get to see the 5th and final level that is hidden away by you collecting every collectible. Let's see here, reading chat. Recreating a G.I. Joe bit, that was with the fridge, I think, or I don't remember the bit. I do know those cartoons. They are a staple of childhood, but I'm a computer, so on and so forth. Oh, paranormal activity going on here. Could they maybe gotten a second stock cat noise? Yeah, just for variation's sake. Maybe they could have gotten a second footstep noise too, because the plotting clop, 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 clop in every level for every character is also a bit tedious at best. No. Well, how are we seeing that without electricity? That's no good. That's a ghost TV. So what day is it today? This is taking place in August 2008. Alright, so we do have a time frame. You can add that to the Wikia. So we're a security guard. Do we have like a gun? Or are we just like a security guard with a flashlight? We were just meant to bop people over the head with a flashlight when we deal with intruders. Alright, we got ourselves another map, which means this might be another sort of more elaborate building. Do not enter. Can we just leave? Can we just duck out of here? No. Ah. No, I imagine we will have to turn the power back on. Have to do our job or something. What was that in the security cam? I doubt it's an employee this late. I gotta do something about the power first. I took out the phones too. I wonder who that person was. Some vandal. Some street urchin coming from the cold. Here to make us cold too by shutting down our heater, shutting down our electricity. I wonder if this will be like the mannequin. Oh, yeah, well, sure enough. I swear I was just saying that because I remember from the TV in the hospital that they showed the locations and that one of them was a mannequin place, and I thought that we maybe just like a mall, I think. So coincidentally, these dolls are just about the same texture quality as the ghosts that have been chasing us this entire game. Reaching out, begging for help practically. This is too goofy. It was a disguise. It was camouflage this whole time. Or that was a hallucination. So are the ghosts real? Are they hallucinations? Are we just getting scared to death effectively? Also, how is the elevator on when there's no electricity in the building? I guess maybe backup generator for elevators does exist. So I've been stuck in an elevator before in college. It's no fun. Video Game King posts, so no, it's that one JoJo stand. And BMF54123 speculating this is probably one of those projects done just to pay the bills. Van Woot saying both of them did plenty of other games with much more involved sound, like Shadow Hearts and Lost Odyssey. Talking about the composers for the game or the audio engineers. Maybe the company was like, look, we passed the hat and we can pay you all like $20 a piece. Yeah. Hey, you know, work is work. That was the most effective second player Wiimote scare so far. Because that was just like, you know, like bloody, the eye was kind of creepy in that. It didn't do anything for me. It didn't get me. Especially because I was one pressing the button and I knew it was going to happen. And they're randomized, it seems. So whatever pops up is random, at least. Or maybe there's like a sequence, maybe there's like a pattern for it. But, Oh, I forgot. We're gonna run out of a flashlight soon. We're gonna be boned. Yeah, nothing in here. Okay. So I guess this is how the game ramps up its difficulty, by making the flashlights harder to find. Like, I assumed there would have been one in our office, but I looked around and I didn't see it. It's gonna be like a maze of cubicles. Yeah, I'm not even gonna fuck with that right now. Let's look around, keep looking around for a flashlight or something. We are so close. I know if I die, we have to restart the entire level over, which admittedly we're not super far in this level, so it won't be too much of a time sink, but... Oh! Please? Please? I think that could not have been any closer. I think we got very lucky there. Hello! Tall drink of water. More messages here. Not only is this licensed, it credits the original movie director as a supervisor. That is a very interesting fact, as a matter of fact. I'd be very curious to know what his actual involvement... That was the scariest thing in the game so far. These papers disappearing and reappearing. I wonder if that's just emulation, or if that's just maybe not great, perfect design. Anything for us here? The game stopped to do this, to fade this picture in. Aside from like a particularly scary face or anything, that was kind of like a normal looking face. Maybe that's the face of the mother before whatever horrible family murder incident or what have you. Oh, there's some chat messages I want to read, but it seems like we're like running against the clock here with our battery, so... In the flashlight battery, that is. I think my Wiimote battery is fully charged. I think I did my proper preparation for the stream, so... I have the second one here, just in case, you know, it runs out, so... Oh no! There's cockroaches in my computer! That was another Wiimote scare, by the way. I feel like you can tell which ones are the Wiimote scares, because they're so, like, especially inconsequential and completely removed from whatever's happening in the game. Okay, so we collected part of a pin code. I don't even remember what the digit was on it. Because if anyone noticed, if anyone's paying attention, if anyone's doing a better job than me at this, keeping up with the game, tell me what that number is in chat, please. Is it the number 1? Is that what the card at the top is? Is that like a digit 1? Is what it's going for? It was 2. Okay. Hey, another battery. Perfect. We're swimming in batteries now. Reading chat. Now we have a little bit of buffer. Comma Chameleon saying the best case scenario I can think of for the second player feature is somebody sneaking behind your couch and connecting to the second Wiimote without your knowledge. You know, the tiles in this place, you know, we're meaning to get them fixed. There's black mold all over the place. And in the kitchen, no less. Is there something in there? Is that like a burnt popcorn or something? Similar to popcorn in too long. Wasn't that in an X-Files episode? Where like someone like put a voodoo doll in a microwave and then the person got burnt alive, or... Ma'am, you can't be here. Ma'am, we're closed. Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to come with me. Okay. Okay, I hear cat meowing coming from the bathroom, so... BMF54123 says, I mean, the game is technically competent enough. It runs at solid 60 FPS and looks okay for a Wii game. Yeah, as I said, I think it's technically competent enough, except for the fact that the run speed is dog poop. Oh, I wonder if this is the thing where you flush all the toilets. I'm just gonna do it on a whim here, on a guess. Because the first one was filthy. Oh! Yeah, the plumbing on that one definitely needs some fixing up. Oh! Maybe that'll be one of our note pieces? No? Game took over control to... Oh yeah, this will really... They'll never suspect us to be in the one stall in this room. Especially not with our flashlight on, looking underneath. This is just like... Again, this dude is basically begging to be... Oh. Well, we narrowly survived that one. I'm assuming that when the screen goes completely red, that's when you're boned. Please just open the door and have her be right there, just like, dog, you think I didn't see you? I'm doing you a courtesy by like letting you go to the bathroom before I axe you. No, you die when you shit your pants. Okay, 6. 2-6. Oh, not again. What even happened there? I heard the sound, so something happened, but I didn't quite catch what the spook was, what the scare was. Was it like a reflection in the mirror or something that I just was completely oblivious to? Do we have separate textures for each poster, or is it just the one that they color differently each time? You know, I haven't even noticed what poster. I only saw that one with the Jean model on it, so... We're gonna check the female bathroom. You go in and it turns out it's a cat who's been trained to use toilets. Awesome. We know we did see that one, the cat in the hospital, who seemed to be, you know, aware of how the toilet was used. He gave us a little piece of paper, too, so that was handy. Awful nice of him. Okay, come on. How, like... Would anyone have the restraint to not make a toilet joke here? Are you gonna hate me if I... Alright, nothing there. I mean, they have to know what they were doing there, right? Battery? Battery! Awesome! Everything's coming up, whatever this dude's name is. Millhouse. That's a nice Japanese name, I think, right? It's... Oh, you know what that, the icon on the top left? I see. As we collect more of the numbers, it's forming the image of a key. Yeah, you get it? Because it's been the key icon for every other key we've picked up thus far in the game, which have just been like actual keys, so... I'm just checking every door here, every hall. No stone unturned. You go in as a dog from earlier, he's back, he's drinking from the urinal, even though there's still a urinal cake in here. Whoa, what the... Okay, I'm gonna blame that on like some emulation, weird emulation stuff. That did not seem like something that would ever pass quality assurance. Yeah, but sure enough, this is the room with all the mannequins, so I'm expecting one of these mannequins to launch out at me. Okay. Nope, I think I know which one's going to be popping out at me, too. Because it's the only one here that... Oh, wait, no, maybe this one? Nah, it's probably going to be one with the dress on it. It's probably going to be the white dress lady. Well, we have the full key now, so whenever door we're meant to open... Oh, no, I didn't see this one coming. Easy enough to come up with all these prompts. Oh, people pointing out to me in the bathroom skewers, there's a ghostly image in the corner. I couldn't see because it was so grimy. I just didn't expect there to actually like be anything visible, and it just looked like a matte texture. Okay. Check around. Can we open these drawers? I wonder if we even need to be in here. We have all the pieces of the key. Oh? Hello? Maybe the cat's knocking him over. Oh, I do see interact button here. Cool, great. Anything else? No, I'm assuming it's like this one item per room rule here. Seems like a safe bet to me. What company is this? Is this a fashion company or a retail store? But then why would it have the office in the back? Asks Video Game King. Yes, inquiring minds would like to know. We'll get down to the bottom of this. I'm sure the game will reveal all in time and not just leave things deliberately vague, as it's done thus far. It's all building up to a big exposition dump or a big reveal. Whole, like, information dump on us. F from Q. Oddly, those mannequins have more articulation in their arms than your character model. I'm assuming our entire character model is just, like, armed and boobs, maybe, like Trespasser style, Jurassic Park Trespasser. That's a game. That's a game. That's going to be a really fun article. Like, I love that game. Like, a spoiler for when we write the article on that game or play it on stream. It's a fucking awesome game. Vandals, get in here again. These damn teenagers. So on and so forth. Okay. Man, they really went to town on this. Alright, can we go in the elevator? Nope, occupied. Wildcat Boy returns. What time is it right now? It's 8:26. Yeah, we're not doing bad on time. I think we're coming in on estimate. I think we're coming in on time, just about. Shit. This is the 4th level of the standing set. We just jump right into the 5th level. And yeah, I think we needed that battery. Can we smoke this cigarette? Can we get a Lucy? Can we get a bum here? No. Yo, posting wish this game had subtitles. Yeah, all the dialogue here. You know, I'd just love to know what these characters are saying when they're meowing. I'd love to have translations for the cats. Okay, so we didn't even need to enter those numbers in. And was that a texture freakout or was that a spin around freakout? Was that some kind of freakout? That was some kind of glitch. So I think one of our characters screamed. I think the mother screamed as she fell from the hospital, the rooftop. So far, it's been the only spoken line. Alright, so this whole mission was just to turn the power back on. And there it is. So now the lights are going to turn back on. There's not going to be any more room to be scared. I saw that hair spontaneously spawn in because they kept it in frame while it was happening. Must try better with your framing next time, devs. Hello! Now, how does she not grab us there? She seemed like she had hands on us that time. We should just be dead already. Okay, so we're facing this way. Are we meant to turn the power not finished turning on? Time will tell. No, I can't interact with that. Thought we were overdue for another second Wiimote scare there, so... I will say those are more effective than anything in the game because they telegraphed scares a bit too much in the game for my taste. So we turned the electricity back on, but all the lights are still... I mean, I guess it's late at night, I guess. Why would you have all the lights on in the building? We're in another cutscene here. I'm sure a QTE is soon to follow. Oh, doing a little exorcist walk. No, exorcist walk is when you're like upside down, right? And you go down the stairs and you gargle blood at the end. Look how fast we're moving! Okay. Game over. We got killed. We got killed too soon. Every character we've played has died, but if you don't die on the game's terms... Scorpio women tend to wear their hearts on their sleeve, making them somewhat emotional and thus easy to scare. Really, it makes you that much more adorable. Aww. The game's telling me I'm adorable. Can we just continue? Is there a checkpoint? I think I know that the game's just going to start over from the beginning of the level, and if it does, don't worry. We are not going to play this entire level in its entirety again. Yeah, okay. Awesome. That's just great. I can't... I can skip it at least. So at least we don't need to sit through that cutscene. And oh, I see. When you pause, it even gives you this little bit of background. There's no return to menu thing there, though, I realize. That's... There's no quick exit here. Huh. I was going to say let's just wait until we get killed, but I don't feel like waiting that long. And I don't know if there's any jump scares that can necessarily get us. Maybe if we made a mad dash to the bathroom and let that let the ghoulie in there get me. Would that be faster or slower than just restarting the emulator and loading up my other save? Yeah, you know what? No, we did skip that, so maybe this will be quicker. Maybe we can just do this speedily. We can just expedite this process. And next time I will not pick retry. I'll pick quit, and hopefully that will bring me back to the main menu. I wonder if we walk backwards if we can avoid having to watch this cutscene. No such luck. And we can't skip this either. Video Game King asked, I asked if you can use speedrun strats now that you know what to do, but I guess that'd be more like a speed walk in this case. Please, there's nothing speedy about this game. Can you get me? No, that's right, that's not a QTE, that's just a hallucination. Wait. Oh, yeah, you know what? Codeman, thank you very much. You are a savior. I totally forgot the Wii. You can just reset games by hitting the Wii home menu. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I played my Nintendo Wii. Awesome. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you, Codeman38. That'll probably save us some time. Okay, so this is the save file we were building up on. Again, 5th level not unlocked because we did not collect all the items as is required. But yes, if you collect every item, which we can see here, I believe, even though it looks like there's still a hole in this one, and I don't know if that was necessarily part of whatever piece of mail this initially was, but these are all the pieces from every level, which will unlock the final scenario, the cursed house. And this will be the last level of the game. Hopefully we can tackle it within 30 minutes and keep the stream under a nice 2 hours. Wouldn't that be brisk? We might actually finish one of these games I intend to finish on stream one of these times. Our first stream was Resident Evil 2 on the GameCom, and we gave up on that after about an hour and just played a bunch of random Tiger GameCom games. Our second stream was Drake of the 99 Dragons, which is another game I love, but it was not in the cards to finish that game in one sitting on that stream. And I guess we're technically cheating here a bit, since we totally aided in that one scenario, and we're totally just using a save here to skip ahead. And ooh, I think I know where this is. I think this is the iconic house. So this is as good a final level as any. And again, the house is just a mess. Oh, full circle. I guess the name of the dog from before. Who is a creepy woman? Mom, Dad, Ken? No one's picking up. What in the hell's going on? Well. Yep, so we are back as Erica, she of the first level. See what happens if we try to open the door. Ooh! Nah, this is another Wiimote scare again. Alright, so where to begin? I say we take this one floor at a time. Again, just a disgusting room. Disgusting house. Maybe they're getting killed because they're a family of fucking litter bugs. Which ear is that ringing? Now, this seems to be coming from the center here. It seems to be coming from behind here, but we're clearly not opening that up. Maybe this door. I think it might be right ear audio. Well, if it is, we're not picking it up. Nope, nothing to note in there. Is this a box? Can we open this box? This phone is going to bug the hell out of me. Okay, this might be an actual room. Turn around, turn around. God. Dad shaved in the bath again and didn't clean it out. This is disgusting. Why do I look at these people? The down motion is a bit tricky. I think you have to actually draw it towards you and not just point down. I think that's what they're going for there. Is that all there is to this room? Yeah, I mean, this is a bathroom. I don't know what else I would expect in here, but... it's one cheap scare. Alright, so... was that the whole first floor? Was that everything there is to see here? The hair maybe disappear? No? Well, alright. Up, 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 then. Now, is that the ghost cat or is that our cat? Do you think the ghost cat kills other cats? That'd be a shame. I want the ghost cat to get along with other cats. I want the ghost cat to have other cat friends or ghost friends or whatever. I'm amazed my cat's being so good and not meowing at the door. I'm not particularly interested when I play games. Cat's definitely in this room somewhere. And again, I'm just going to say that, you know, this blood on the sheets has nothing to do with the ghosts. It's just disgusting family. Absolutely atrocious when it comes to trash. It's a 2-for-1 deal. Oh, more of these lovely murals. Yeah, we'll just close this, pretend nothing happened in there. Alright, so what's this key gonna unlock? I didn't pay attention to what the name of the key was. Oh, hello. Oh, it's a dream! I love this! I love a house full of cats. It's like living on that cat island. Oh, what? I totally moved the Wiimote up there. Oh, boo on you. Death by cats. That's the way I want to go out, at least. You paid cautiously and with great deliberation, all traits found in the Scorpio. Or was it because you were scared almost to the point of tears? Well, we'll have to retry this one, because this is the last level. And I can't imagine being a very long level. I mean, how big is this house going to be? We'll see if I can just go straight upstairs. We'll avoid the bathroom entirely. Because there wasn't any item in there, and it didn't seem particularly vital or necessary. And of course, we're just getting cats in the chat now. Deservedly so. Remember, you can't spell homeowner without meow. Truer words have never been spoken. And I love just skipping past those text screens, and it just cuts right back into the game. Doesn't even feed in or out. Okay. Okay. Zelok Akabil. Sorry, I'm far away from my monitor. AKA Bill, we'll say. Saying a bad case of claustrophobia. I'm sorry if I killed your joke by mispronouncing your Twitch name. My apologies for that. Can we skip this? No, because this is scary, so we can't skip this. My wrist, I will admit to y'all that my wrist is starting to cramp after close to 2 hours of this game. It's just like specifically like this one joint right here. Yeah, it's just a generic room key. So that doesn't help us any. Alright, so no cats on the floor. Open the door. Get on the floor. Okay, tick 2. Oh, come on, really? Just have her dart out of the room. Yeah, so I think it wasn't, when the arrow was pointing up, I don't think it means for you to point the cursor up like you would with the other directions. I think it's like a thrust forward. I think it's like a shove. How many bathrooms, how many toilets does this house have? Is it typical for Japanese homes to have like 3 different bathrooms? That's a genuine question. I just wouldn't know. There's definitely not going to be anything inside of here. Nothing sus about this at all. Have we found any other batteries? I don't know what that was. Was it the book? It looked like pages of a book. I'm assuming this is like the latest Goosebumps. Reader beware, you're in for a scare. Anything else in this room? No siree. What was this like? Okay. Can I interact with you? No? Alright. Maybe that was probably a security guard, right? That's getting grim visages of what happened to our family in the other levels. Okay, that is a locked door, which must mean that the key unlocks the locked door downstairs, and we'll inevitably come back up here to unlock that final door. So this game has about like 10-15 minutes left to scare me. Otherwise it will have officially failed the challenge. Okay, so that key fit there. Ah, the gaming room. Of course, my gamer brother trashed it up again. Eating his Cheetos. Hey, big screen TV. I wonder what's on. I've seen this show before. This is a rerun. I was expecting like them to come out of the TV, but then I remembered, oh, that's the Ring. Speaking of Ring, I was gonna say, speaking of Ring, ringing phone here, but that was also pretty good. Is my dog calling me? I'm glad my dog's okay. Yeah, that's clearly what that meant. Anything else in this room? Can we pick up the trash? I had no idea what that was. Again, didn't spook me. It's just, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that image was supposed to convey. And also, like, where's the key? There's got to be a key in here, right? I just remember that we're totally on the key hunt right now. Is this something we can open? We don't have much time if we want to survive, because we're going to run out of battery. Oh, it's going to be a pain in the ass if we run out of battery and die. Tell you what. Maybe the door will just have unlocked magically. We're totally gonna run out of battery. And that's gonna frickin' blow. Alright, I'm gonna ask y'all a favor. If someone could look up a game FAQ for this. I know there is one. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, I'll just look it up anyway. Alright, so what's the death animation look like? Ooh. Come on now. Alright, this does seem like a very short level. This is the smallest level in the game, and it has the least amount of text written about it. So, final try, and I'm sure we'll get it this time. Walk past the stairs, go to the door on the left, take the battery, and leave the room. So there is a battery here that we completely missed. Enter the first room you encounter, open the closet door, grab the room key. That's the cat thing. Okay. Alright. So, I think we need to go to the first room on the left on the first floor, and there should be a battery in there to prolong our lifespan at least a little bit. Okay, so... Oh, this incessant phone ringing. This is just the bathroom, though. There's nothing in here. Unless it means the other door on the left. With the bathtub scare, that's... Alright, so we scour this room until we find a battery, otherwise we just give up on this endeavor entirely. Not playing the game of just, like, trying to find a battery. We're trying to level again, and... Gotta be something in here if the Wiimote would stay within bounds. Can I examine that? Is there anything over here? Anything in the ceiling? We can't look all the way up. Oh, okay. There we are. In the laundry basket. It's dirty. It needs cleaning. Okay. Wish there was a fast forward button for real time. Or, you know, just a sprint button, whatever's easier, whatever, you know, whatever's convenient for them to put in the game. And I'll entertain us as we head back up the stairs. That was underwhelming. As soon as I get another one, I'm just gonna spam the scares with the second Wiimote. That's like a 10-second cooldown between those. But hey, you know what? It's something to break up the monotony. Alright, and while this little animation plays out for the third time, I will read ahead in this little guide. Phone, go to the sliding doors, try to open them twice. So, there's a set of doors you have to open twice. First time's not good enough. After the action taken, take the key, go back to the main entrance. Okay, yeah, okay, I get it from here. I got it. I know what we gotta do. At least it's better than using the stock aim door noise, Codeman 38. Yes, Drake of the 99 Dragons does. That's a reference to call back to that, I imagine. And that game's egregious use of sound effects. Okay. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Straight forward. Cool. And I'm not even going to bother with the other door up here because there's nothing to gain from it. We're just going to go right downstairs. Open that door. Find whatever sliding doors we apparently missed. Video Game King messages. You have played with the Ghost Cats. Their souls can finally rest in peace. Aww. I want to believe that's true. That would make this whole game worth it. That would make whatever inevitable death for this character be justified. Yeah, sorry, I can't pick up that package right now. I got a phone call. There's music in the background of that too, which makes me like feel like it's like a beat, like a sick like musical interlude that has like dog samples in it. Has DMX ever done a song where he just uses like actual dog barks as part of the beat? If he hasn't, I'm sure some mashup artist has done something similar. Okay, so sliding doors, sliding doors. Are these a pair of sliding doors? Can't interact with that, with that. Can't interact with this. I'm trying to find whatever hotspot. And nothing doing. Alright. Like, this looks like the sliding doors, right? This, I'm assuming this is what it is. We're just going to have to hunt for the specific... the 1 pixel zone where this actually works. Oh, there we go. TV's not even on, kid. Meow. I think we scared him that time. I think he just had a delayed reaction. Because we didn't seem particularly perturbed by that. Yeah, pixel hunting for this A button, that was a load of dog shit trying to find out how to open this door. Looks like a battery in there. Can we open this door? Well, let's explore this little spot first. Can't open the cupboards. Yeah, there's like a shocking lack of things to interact with in this level. Oh, great, we're gonna have to hunt for the... how to open this door now. Ah, there we go. Hey, lady. Yeah, I'm just heading into the kitchen. I mean, if you want anything, you don't need to be pushy. I'll cook you something. Oh, for God's sake! Alright, I'm actually mad at this game now. Because I did up, I did a shove forward, and that was nothing. It didn't do anything for me. Oh my God. There's nothing to it but to do it, I mean. It's gonna be a limited 5 minutes, right? Is that about how long it's taken? Or I could just go onto YouTube and look up the ending to this game. I feel like if we mess up one more time, this is the last chance I'm giving this game to function properly, to read my inputs right. It's not me who's messing up, it's the game. Gosh dang it. Yeah, like in this last level, this is all falling apart. Like up until now, it's been funny. I've been laughing at this game. But just the uncooperativeness of it in this final stage is doing a lot to sour me on the whole experience. I'm not going to bother with the flashlight battery. If we need it, we can get it while we're downstairs. I have made the promise, though, for as mad as I may get these games, I will never shout. That is the no-shout guarantee on the Bad Game Hall of Fame. There is no screaming in these streams. Unless this game somehow scares me with, like, the last scare of the game or something. Then maybe we'll get a scary scream, a scared scream, but never a scream in anger. Never shout in anger at games. Yep, same old song, we know how it goes. Let's dance with our cats. You know, maybe the cats are the ones making a mess of the house. That's in character for cats. when it comes to the forward motions, I'm just like I'm wildly like, you know, swinging for like I'm casting a fishing line. Maybe he wants me to do an underarmed, where I'm like I'm tossing like an underarm ball, or I don't know which is gonna work better. But I think I might take advantage of Dolphin's save state functionality prior to opening that one particular door. Can we just let the phone ring? Can we like not even bother picking that up? Awesome. See, we're finding ways to save time here. Meow. See, we could speak in sync with each other. Whoa! I think that's another tracking issue. Oh, this is the Wiimote scare. I accidentally pressed, because I have both Wiimotes in both my hands, so I'm just going to put this other Wiimote down. I think we've exhausted the fun to be had with the second Wiimote. And now, if y'all don't mind, I'm going to briefly Alt-Tab, get to the Dolphin window, do a quick little quick save, and okay, there we go. So now we won't have to redo all that shit at the very least. Alright, left, right, left, right. And we got it this time. Not even a particularly extended sequence. Which actually makes it all the more frustrating to me. Oh, God. I think I gotta scoot back a little bit more to make sure the tracking doesn't fail us in these final moments. So what's that going to be on the table? Is it going to be a battery? Is it going to be a key? If the key, what door could it possibly unlock? Do we still have a door upstairs? We still totally have a door upstairs, right? That's what this is going to be? Mom! Dinner does not look appetizing tonight. I think I might just eat out. Can't go out this way. Oh, you know, that's right. That's the other side. Okay, that makes sense to me geographically in the house. Okay. PMF 54123. Honey, I made you a ham sandwich. I'm tickled by that. I think I'm kind of close with the battery here, but does he not have hair? Is he bald in this shot for some reason? No, okay, I think it was just weird lighting. But yeah, it looks like we are cutting it close with the battery here. But there can't be much more to this, unless this new door leads to like another house, or like a parallel dimension, where this game might actually be good. Then no, this is... I think we are quickly approaching the end here. We're going to be just over 2 hours, too, because it's 8:59 on the nose. Again, I don't know what these flashes are supposed to symbolize, supposed to mean. Okay. Okay. Without dialogue, it's not entirely clear what like really happened there. Like, are we trying to call our dad and it rang inside the house? Yeah, everything's gonna be fine up here. Okay. I think those are the body bags for our entire family, and clearly we're next. Well, there goes both our legs. I'm assuming we're being chased right now, so... Again, I'd be moving a bit quicker. I think I may have also heard a dog bark. Ivy! Ivy's gonna be totally fine, and we're gonna be... Everything's gonna be awesome, we're gonna have a happy ending. We are so close to the battery right now. Oh, I feel like I should have saved again. No? Hey, maybe we get to live. Okay, she's moving pretty slowly. Let's just walk out of the house. Alright, she's like halfway there. This is our shot. This is our chance. Nope, she's all the way down now. Okay. Okay. Don't tell me we have to share our body bag with our family. At least give us our own body bag, damn it. Okay. That's it? Okay, sure. That's it. That is Juan the Grudge for the Nintendo Wii, I guess. Everybody dies. That's the ending. Even if you pass every QTE, even if you survive every scenario, you still die in every scenario. Which is just awesome. That's a real motivator to, So, constructive criticism for the developers here. Maybe do something like a... I'm just snowballing, just shooting ideas out here. Something like the Heavy Rain, where, you know, your success in every campaign for every character dictates whether they live or die, and you can maybe get all of them through to the end. And maybe the whole family survives and gets to live together, or maybe you just lose the dad. I don't know why I went to Heavy Rain immediately for that. I should have gone with Splatterhouse 3. I think that's a better game, to be sure. Yeah, because everyone just dying is just like, it's just miserable. Which I guess it's in tune with the movies. But again, those movies also seem pretty miserable. Are the credits up on Moby Games? If not, I'll capture them after this. I have to do that for Spy Games Elevator Mission on the Wii. I am the contributor of the credits to that game on Moby Games. I'm pretty happy about that. Chat saying, woohoo, good game. Boy, it's not a good sign to want to aspire to Heavy Rain. Kinetic X Harvest coming in at the last possible second. Dang, I missed all this. Well, don't worry, the replay will be up shortly, I'm sure. Yeah, so that was Juan the Grudge. Final rating for it would be a... You know, I will say, the first 4 missions were funny. Had a lot of good laugh out loud moments for me. So, on the strength of those, I would say maybe play this game. That 5th level, though, was just miserable. It was so short, it was not worth what I assume must have been like a Herculean effort to actually unlock that level by finding all these items hidden around the world and whatnot. Because, I mean, we only found like half of them outside the first level, and I don't want to think about what cryptic bullshit you'd have to do to find the other ones, or what corners you'd have to check for those. I don't know, yeah, it really all fell apart for me at that last level. Wow, was the game really that scary for you? Aren't Scorpius more enigmatic? It was obvious from your screams what you were feeling. This one final send-off, our sissification level, and maximum scare. Yeah, let's kick us right back to the title screen. Is there anything we can do post-beating the game? No, just typical level select. Oh, by the way, anyone who's curious what this courage test is, I had to look into this, and apparently it's just like another mode of level select where you can just quickly jump into levels you've played, regardless of having to load up another save file or not. So it just seems kind of pointless to me, because I think you can just replay any given level by just going here. Like, can we not go back to levels we've 100% completed? No, it looks like we can, so I don't... Yeah, I think it's just like a weird feature that, like, seems kind of entirely pointless. Well, that's enough of that. Return to the Wii menu. See what game is loaded into my virtual Wii before we close this out. Of course, it's Spy Games Elevator Mission, which, by the way, right up on the website, right up on badgamehalloffame.com, in case you're curious what that game is all about. I think I'm the first person to ever post the credits to that game, to ever complete the game, post video of it being completed on YouTube, so you can check that out on the Bad Game Hall of Fame YouTube channel. But other than that, I think that's about it for our Wii escapades here. I think I can safely close the emulator out at this point. Yes, I would like to stop the current emulation. Yeah, I think that'll just about do it, won't it? Well, only one thing left to do now, and that's close out the stream. Let's get another spooky musical number up. Yeah, perfect. And that is all, folks. That was You on the Grudge, as I've said about like 4 times thus far. That was a doozy, alright. That was certainly something. This has been the Bad Game Hall of Fame. I have been Cassidy. We will return. We will come back. We will play more games on the stream. Now that I've sort of gotten the bug, I've gotten the itch for it. It's something I want to do more frequently now. I am not going to stop writing for my goofy little websites. Hopefully we will have an XCOM Enforcer article, which has been long overdue, up soon. That's a Patreon-requested article, and I am looking forward to coming through on that promise. But maybe I'll do some sort of Patreon incentive for streams or something. I don't know. That's maybe thinking a bit too far ahead. Let's get affiliated first. I think that's my current goal, and I think I can probably hopefully clear that pretty easily. I just gotta do the time commitment thing to streaming, what is it, like 7 times in a given month. In any case, we do have the website, badgamehalloffame.com, which I implore you all to check out if you like long-winded nonsense. GameInLove.org is our web ring and our Twitch team. I implore you to check out other streamers on the Game & Love Twitch team. I don't know who might be streaming right now. I'm sure my auto-host will kick in as soon as this stream officially wraps up. And probably Arcade Punk Animal playing Let It Die, I think is the name of the game. I've been playing that pretty frequently. Whoop Fun Whoop in the chat today representing for the team. They do some awesome speedrun stuff. Highly implore you to check them out. If you came in from Retro Pals, they are the ones responsible for setting up the team for us and getting it up and running. And I'm assuming that if you hear from them, you already know that they're awesome and that we love and appreciate them. But I'll be trying to pick up the streaming thing a bit more often as well, so maybe expect more streams from me in the future. Maybe not this game ever again. I think we've gotten our fill of that quite nicely, thank you very much. And yeah, have a spooky, scary rest of your night. And happy Halloween. And other such festivities. Goodbye.